My name's John Bush. I moved to Blacksburg 25 years ago when I was 21 years old. I came with my wife and my 1.5-year-old son. We moved from Santa Fe, New Mexico, where I had been attending college and graduated from there from St. John's College in 1984. I moved here and needed some work. I immediately started working construction. I had done that in Santa Fe for the summers during school, doing frame carpentry. I got on a crew that built houses in the area and ended up doing frame and trim carpentry. After 4 years of that and working outside in the cold, I started thinking about graduate school. I applied for architecture program at Virginia Tech and was accepted, largely based on my St. John's degree. I attended a master's degree program. Folks that don't have an undergraduate in architecture. It's a 3.5-year degree. I did it in 3 years. Defended my thesis in '91. Got out of that and needed work again. We were in a recession at that time. It was the first Bush recession, 1991, and I ended up getting work with timber framers in Christiansburg. I worked there for 5 years. I worked 2 years in the shop, learning how to cut and erect oak timbers into timber frame structures, and then for 3 years I designed timber frames for clients and civic use. In '96, I was able to get my first internship as an architect in a local firm in Radford. I was there for 4 years. I started taking my architecture exams in 2000, 1999 actually. In the middle of that, I changed jobs. I moved here to Virginia Tech. I've been there for almost 9 years. I worked as a staff architect for the University Architect's Office. We're located in the Stair Facilities Complex across from the motor pool on the other side of campus. As I said, I've been there for 9 years almost, and I'm now a fully registered architect. I obtained my license in 2002. Our office largely does the master planning for the university, and we work out the problems for how new buildings get built and work with the client safe biology department. Once a new research building, we work with them to get that designed and implemented. During that time, I've served in the capacity as the chairperson for the Historic Design Review Board. Jack Davis, who's the dean of the architecture program here at Virginia Tech, in '96 asked me to sit in as a person on that committee. I've worked there for 12 years, helped implement the historic district and get it started here in town, and now have been chair of that review board since '97, so it's almost 12 years. I've also served as an officer and director on the local chapter of the American Institute of Architects and at the state level for the Virginia Society in Richmond. I've been doing that for 12 years. Some neighbors asked me if I would consider running for council. They knew that we had 3 people that were retiring from the board. They've been there for 20 years in one case and about 30 years in the other case, and they know there's a big hole to fill there. It took me a couple weeks to finally decide that that was something I thought I could handle and manage at this time, and I agreed to do it. And ever since May, I've been working on this campaign. I have some people that are working with me. I'm working with some neighbors and friends. This is one of those efforts you can't do alone. You feel like you have to have the support of the people that are around you that entrust that responsibility to you. It's something that I feel is important for the town. I'm basically running on 3 main platform issues. Keeping local accountability, local openness to the citizenry, making sure the process gets followed and people know about what decisions are being made for them and no behind-door closed decisions are being made. I want to support sustainable growth in the town. That means no sprawl. We need smart solutions as we go forward. I think my work as an architect and as a planner will help the town make decisions about local growth. I'm for making sure that we have better opportunities for our youth. Both of my kids played high school athletics here at Blacksburg High. They were excellent soccer, basketball, and cross-country runners. We need to be able to expand on what Blacksburg has done in terms of the fields. They're in terrible shape. I think that's something we can do as we move forward. I'd kind of like just to hear some from you guys about what you think is important. I think the youth is something we need to make sure is more involved in the town, both the high school youth and college youth. I was a student here from 88 to 91. It wasn't that long ago. It feels like 20 years, and I guess it is, but I still feel like a part of the community. I like College Town. I appreciate living here. I'm going to turn it over to Cecilia.